Hello everyone. Well, today I wanted to share a story that really made me really ashamed of myself for a long time until now, and that I think is really important to bring because there are a lot of situations happening with children that are normally hidden from people because people are so ashamed to show that experience, that dark side of their lives, that they bury inside of them, and they live their life feeling guilty, feeling unworthy, of being loved, of being respected, of being valued. So, as I'm working on my self-love, as I'm working on my self-acceptance, I had to go through this experience. Well, if you don't know, when I was young, when I was 5 years old, my innocence was taken from me when I was raped by my neighbor. And my neighbor was 70 years old, and between 16 and 17 years old. I don't know exactly his age, and for me it was better that I didn't even knew him. But unfortunately, I had to go through this experience, and I was raped at that age, and that just after that my innocence was totally lost. And when I was like 6 or 7, maybe, I don't remember, I had this kid of my age, and kids, boys, they are taught to develop their sexuality really early, including by their parents. Like, it's normal to try, it's normal to try to touch a girl, whatever, and that is not a good example for a kid. It doesn't matter if he's a boy or he's a girl. How the kids and the boys are taught to try to have something with girls in an early age, and girls are not allowed to, and the worst is kids with these really early ages, like until 10. They should be focusing on learning, on playing, not experiencing sex. And we used to play in a place where it's not a backyard, but it's like a land with that was in the sand and dust around our houses. And then he started to ask me for playing with mom and dad. That is a play that happened a lot in my neighborhood. And I was okay. I was not sure at the first, but then I said okay. And then things started to really get sexual, and we started to really having sex. For me, it felt really wrong, and but I was curious of having consensual sex with someone my age, and so I did it. And since we started in a old car, there was an old car parked there, and then my grandparents and my mom wasn't home, so I said, let's go to my house. So there was no one there. We were together in bed. His name was Bruno, and then my grandmother and my grandfather enter home and catch me and him naked in the bed. And I was really ashamed, and he was really ashamed, and she started to reprehend us with reasons for it. And then he went. He dressed up. I also dressed up. My grandmother was the only one to see this. My grandfather didn't. And then I was really ashamed. She told me to not tell anyone, because for her it's really a shameful situation, and she wouldn't tell anyone. That I did know, she didn't tell, but she's my grandmother. She's a compulsive liar, so I don't know if she told or not. But anyways, I felt I needed to tell this. I felt I needed to share the story, because after that there were more situations where I was having sexual experiences, even though after that the sexual experiences I had as young age, most of them wasn't with my consentment. And the guys in the neighborhood next to the association of old people that my grandmother owned, and they used to threaten me. They would hit me. They hit me sometimes, because I didn't want it to do it. I didn't want it to have sex with them. And I saw the really dark side of mankind and humanity, because there were kids like me, like women kids, that were raped by their own brothers. And I'm not making this up, because and I knew they were making this up because I saw their behavior. And what they tried to do to me, they did to their sisters. And we are in the 21st century, and this still happens. Children are starting to have sexual life when they are in a age that they are supposed to play, to imagine, to be innocent. And I wanted to share this because I know the more people start to bring their stories, their true stories, to light, and the more the people start to really accept themselves as a valuable persons, because a lot of people are now wearing masks and facades to hide their true experiences, their true self. I was really, really ashamed growing up because all I heard from society was that a woman should be losing their virginity like when they are grown up, like 18, 19, 20s, you know. And I just felt it so bad to not being a part of the society standards and the society normal regular standards, you know. And I wanted to really I wanted to live in an inclusive society. Like, it doesn't matter your experiences. It doesn't necessarily has to be a age to do something, or a pattern, because every single one of us have different families, family patterns, different neighborhoods. And in my neighborhood, kids played a lot with sexual behaviors. And what were normal to me was that after I went to the doctor to make regular checkup, I was maybe 12 years old, I think. My doctor found out that I was raped and that I had a sexual life after that. And she made me promise her that I wouldn't have sex until I was 16. And I said, okay. So I didn't have sex until I was 16. And at the 16, I started to have sexual life again. When I was cleaning, one of the most difficult situations, that was my rape. I had a lot of healing, not only one session, multiple sessions. I had to go deep down to really clean all the damage, the emotional, physical, spiritual damage that I received in that situations. And I lost a lot of confidence, self-confidence, self-worth, self-esteem. I lost all of it. And I don't want to live in a world where kids that went through experiences similar to what I went through feel that they don't matter, feel like they are not worthy, feel like they are not, they don't deserve to be loved. So I'm here telling my truth, hoping that really touch someone's heart, and even those who didn't pass through those experiences and do have kids, or do want to have kids. Don't start to talk with your boy kids. Oh, you need to explore sex really early, and don't. You will have really hard consequences for them, for someone's daughter, And they need to play. Just play. Be kids. And also, if you are a parent, be aware of your daughters and sons' behaviors when they start to really get weird, when they appear with their genitals hurt. They don't appear just with their genitals hurt. They must have had to go through some experience. Try to figure it out. Understand that if you did suffer from any of those things in the past, or even if you didn't, there is a possibility that someone from the family can suffer from it. Be with them. Don't judge them for what they did. Be with them. Show them some love, some kindness. Treat them as you want it to be treated. And the only way we can really create a better world is by doing that. So, I wanted to bring this awareness because we only can create a world of love, of joy, of kindness by being true to ourselves, and truth to others also. As Jesus said, may truth set us free. Thank you very much.